Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, the Shabbat right after Passover is a huge segula to make Shlissel Challah, which is challah in the shape of a key. And today I wanted to take you along on how I make mine. I add 5.5 cups of lukewarm water, 1 cup of sugar, and 4 tablespoons of yeast to a bowl. I mix everything and let it rise. After about 5 to 10 minutes, I add in a 5-pound bag of all-purpose flour or even high gluten flour, and then add in 2 tablespoons of salt. I knead everything until almost all the flour is incorporated, and then add in 1 cup of oil. Now that the dough has been made, I allow it to rest for about 45 minutes to an hour until it has doubled in size. So for the base, I'm going to be making a 6-strand braid, and I'm going to be braiding it. I do have a detailed video on how I make my 6-strand braid. So if anyone is interested, you can just type into YouTube Sonya's Prep 6-strand braid and it should come up. And if any of you have any difficulty, you could just message me and I'll try to find that video and link it for you. And at the very end, I just, because they're not all even, I literally just like twist and rip it off and tuck it in just to make it look a little bit nicer. This way the top and the bottom looks nice and uniform, and one side is not thicker than the other. I then roll out a really thin, long strand to make a border around the challah that I just made. A nice border. And now I'm just making a simple 3-strand braid, making a large one that I'm going to divide into 2 to 3 sections so that I can make that the size of the keys. So any extra I rip off. So now we have this little cute braid, and I'm going to divide it into 3. 1, 2, and 3. Pinch the sides, the ends. Now add these little ones. And again, I'm going to roll out some more dough very, very thinly to make a border around these 3 little ones. So just like that. I wrap it around and use a knife to cut the excess. And I place it by the challah. Okay, so it's getting there. Now we're just gonna make the crown. Now I took 3 palm-sized full of dough, and each of these I'm gonna split into 2, roll out, and make a twist. And I'll show you what I do next. Now that both of our strands are rolled out, I make a crisscross and just twist. Same thing on the other side. Make a circle, a pretty large circle, and you could gauge it by placing it right above. So this looks like it's going to be a little too big, so I want to make it like the perfect size. So there we go. Now I'm going to make another thin, long strand, and I'm going to cover that as well. So we take it and wrap it around the circle. It just makes it look prettier. Okay, that side is done. Now I'm going to make another thin circle right inside. So again, just putting that around. And just cut off the extra. Now, to hold the dough in the shape in place, I'm going to use a styrofoam cup. Well, it's not a styrofoam cup, regular cup. I'm going to cut it out and place it in here. But first, I'm going to move it to the area. So again, same thing, long strand, but this time smaller. Twist it. And form it into a circle. Pinch it. And now we're going to rim it on the outside. Okay, I'm gonna try to find maybe foil that I'll scrunch up and I'll place into the middle here. Another twisty for the other side. So again, take 2 strands, twist it, make it into a circle, pinch it, and then drape a thin piece of dough over it. Now I'm gonna egg wash the entire challah and put sesame seeds on top of it. And we're gonna let it rise for about 30 minutes and then bake it in the oven. For the sesame seeds on the challah, I dip my finger into the egg wash and then dip it into the sesame seeds and place it on each groove. And take everything but the bagel seasoning and put it around the crown of the challah and around the rim. After braiding the challah, I allow it to rest for about 30 minutes and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. I place it into the oven to bake for 30 minutes, and it's done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. May our lives be filled with parnasa tova, parnasa that we don't have to run after, but that runs after us. May we have shalom bayit, health and happiness. And I bless you all to have an amazing and happy and healthy Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom from my family to yours.